This Lenten season, we are following Jesus to the cross, but more specifically, we are talking about atonement, which is basically a fancy way of saying how we describe what Christ did on the cross. So throughout these Lenten devotionals, we will be breaking down different ways of thinking about atonement by looking at scripture and common imagery or symbols that are used when we talk about Jesus and the cross. As we continue to explore the theories of atonement and the symbols of Lent, today's theory is reconciliation, meaning that Jesus restores our relationship to God. Reconciliation atonement theory says that Jesus bridges the gap caused by our sin, the gap between us and God. This bridge then enables us to live in a full and free relationship with God. Once we are reconciled to God, we are called to be reconciling agents of God's love with others, which can help us overcome the tribalism and polarizing divisions in our world. Colossians 1:21 and 22 says, "Once you were alienated from God, and you were enemies with him in your minds, which was shown by your evil actions. But now he has reconciled you by his physical body through death, to present you before God as a people, holy, faultless, and without blame." When I think about the reconciliation theory of atonement, I think about Jesus' Last Supper with his disciples. On their own, these disciples could not have become right with God. But as Jesus brought them around the table, breaking bread and sharing the cup, he instituted a new kingdom and a new union where we could dine together as one human family at God's great heavenly banquet. The power of this banquet was in the details. The bread and the cup, so simple yet so powerfully shared. In who was present, Jesus' friends and the person who would betray him. And in the call that Jesus gives to us to continue to live into that open table. When we celebrate communion, we're remembering this relational act between Jesus and the disciples and ultimately us. This symbol, the chalice and the paten, calls to our attention Jesus' reconciling big family table where all of us are welcome to be brought near to God through Jesus' death on the cross. This season, we are invited to pull up more seats to our tables and to invite others to experience these powerful, transformative means of grace.